with all our names on. I had it on my iPad, but it won't come up to send you that link on Walter and Eliza.
Okay, I will do that after that.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Albert. I don't know why it's disappeared.
Okay, no
It
problem.
drops off if I haven't sent something to you for a while.
Yeah.
Electronic. That's why it's disappeared.
Because it hasn't been used.
No, it's electronic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me just start the share screen. Here, share screen. This one, share. Okay.
Celebration 2020 in various cities.
Yeah. So the National Day is 1st of October. So it is about 2 weeks ago. And it also coincides with the Mid-Autumn Festival. So normally during the National Day, the Chinese get 1 week of holidays. But because it overlaps with the Mid-Autumn Festival, so they get an extra day. So they have 8 days of holidays. And since the COVID-19, people has been locked to their home for too long. So people rushing out to holidays, and so we see a large groups of people moving around. So earlier this year, the largest human migration was stopped right in the middle. So it was just 2 days before the Chinese New Year, and China has this lockdown. So the largest human migration stopped in the middle, and they continued the migration in 1st of October and then finished off about a week ago. And in terms of that, people are celebrating their escape from lockdown, and therefore there is a lot of flash mob celebration in various cities. The selection I'm going to show you is obviously these songs were very much patriotic. That means they love singing songs about their love of the country. Okay, so that's number one. We have to look at that.
John, put yourself on mute.
Yeah. Okay, I will put everybody on mute. Just hang on. Let me just do that. Except myself. Because we are going to listen to songs, so we better get everybody. Where's the other? I need to stop the share first, and then I will. Okay. You have done that. Okay, no problem. Oh. Let me just stop the share, and then so that I can get into put everybody on mute.
Yeah, good idea.
Mute all. Okay, so I can share screen again, and then we'll continue. Okay, now I was talking is the selection I have made is. First of all, I want to show you the surroundings. So the song selection also looks at the video, the what kind of images it includes. I like to include some images of the city themselves rather than just one location. So that's the number one choice. The second choice is I try to select different songs rather than all sing the national anthem. So I'm selecting different songs. So that's my second choice. And thirdly, I also want to spread it out throughout the country. So I'm selecting it from typically the capital city of each province. So let's start. Come back to here. Okay, the first one is from Sichuan. Sichuan is a basin that is surrounded by plateaus. So it has people know Sichuan by its very hot cuisines. So the song they sing is "I Love You, China." Okay, the next one come from Guizhou, and it is in the Farsi area. Is singing for the motherland.
Can I make a comment before we
Okay.
go on to the next? A comment on that, obviously. I was intrigued that the genealogy of the music seems to be 19th century European romantic music, particularly in the piano accompaniment.
Yep. I
It's
think
not what I would have expected.
no. The all the music we are hearing is very much modernized or westernized. Actually,
Westernized,
yeah,
yes.
very Western. I think that that is one feature of the Chinese culture is able to embrace other music. So for all these songs I have chosen, most of them are very Western. Quite interesting in a sense. Thank you for pointing that out, Albert.
In opera style.
Yes.
This one is in opera style. Yeah.
Yeah, opera style.
Okay, next one.
Okay, Italian.
五星红。 我们的大中国呀！ 行啊，我们勇敢，努力自由是我们的理想，我们战胜了多少苦难，才得了今天的解放。我们来和平，我们来加强，世界看我们就叫它别忘，五星红旗迎风飘扬，胜利歌声多响亮，歌唱我们亲爱的祖国，从今走向繁荣富强，歌唱我们亲爱的祖国，从今走向繁荣富强。
Wow, that was quite long. Now we go to Wuhan, the epicenter of the COVID-19. And in
Can I
Wuhan,
again add a comment?
yep,
That what we've just seen there was much more what I would expect from Chinese music. It was in the pentatonic scale, which is what you expect from Chinese music.
yeah, this one is more
Do you know
traditional.
what I mean? Sorry?
Yep, go
Do you
on.
know what I mean by the pentatonic scale?
Yeah, it's different from the Western style because there are some notes which is
no.
not a
From most Western music, but there are some examples of Western music which are in the pentatonic scale. Ironically, those countries such as Scotland, Ireland, and parts of Germany, where the bagpipes were traditionally used, they use a pentatonic scale.
okay.
But most Western music is in the standard 6 major note scale.
Albert, are these concerts on special occasions, or do they just occur every so often? Or
No, this one is for celebration of the National Day.
oh, the National Day?
Yeah, and so I think all different cities somehow get together and then do that celebration with different songs.
Oh, yes.
And you notice that it is also a tourist attraction.
Yes. it
So
would
this
be.
part of that thing. And
Yeah.
obviously, with this scale of performance, I think they must have recorded it before the actual National Day.
All right, yes.
Yeah.
They're all
Or
well,
pretty much rehearsed and
lovely.
then very
Yes.
good photography techniques used.
yes.
Okay, this one is I know is on that day, the Yellow Crane Tower. This is a very famous attraction in Wuhan, and you know people in Wuhan has been locked down, and it is the epicenter of the COVID-19. And
Yes.
given this chance,
Yeah.
they are now celebrating. And the other interesting thing about this particular one is this is done in the evening at night, so you see a very different city scenery.
When is the National Day?
1st of October,
Oh, thank you.
so it's about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
欢迎各位游客朋友们参与今晚的黄鹤楼夜游活动，请主动配合测温，夜间游览注意脚下安全。
一口中国，一瓦的 定成家，都说过很大，其实一个家。一口中国，一瓦定成家，都说过很大，其实一个家。一心装满国，一手撑起家，家是最小国，国是千万家。
在世界的国，在天地的家，有了强的国，才有富的家。
我的家住在心里，家的国以后属于，不是荣誉的毅力，家是幸福的洋溢。我的每一寸土地，家的每一个足迹，我与家连在一起，创造地球的奇迹。
一心装满国，一手撑起家。
家是最小国，国是千万家。在世界的国，在天地的家，
有了强的国，才有富的家。
我的家住在心里，家的
们举国同心，同心战役，取得了抗疫斗争的战略性成果。在国庆佳节和中秋佳节到来之际，我祝我们的祖国繁荣昌盛，
祝我们的国家生日快乐。
我在这里祝我们的祖国繁荣昌盛。
我仅代表武汉市的所有社区工作人员，祝我们的祖国繁荣富强，中国万岁！
祝全国人民中秋快乐，阖家团圆。
我们是火神山雷神山医院建设者，祝全国人民中秋快乐。
人民公安为人民。
白衣师长守护山河，武汉大学中南医院祝祖国生日快乐！
祝大家节日快乐，阖家团圆！祝我们的祖国繁荣昌盛！耶！
Okay, so in the last session, they obviously need to put in a bit of photographs about the epicenter of COVID-19. Now we are moving to Xinjiang. Okay, so let's go.
Thank you.
亲爱的祖国，我们祝福你，祝福你永远呀可喜呀可喜，美好新时代我们歌唱你，永远永远都呀可喜呀可喜。亲爱的祖国，我们祝福你，祝福你永远呀可喜呀可喜，美好新时代我们歌唱你，永远永远都呀可喜呀可喜。亲爱的祖国，我们祝福你，祝福你永远呀可喜呀可喜，美好新时代我们歌唱你，永远永远都呀可喜呀可喜。
然后刚好刚才路过这里，就被这个音乐。
Okay, I skipped the interview part. Obviously, they put in a bit of the Xinjiang elements there. The next one, we go to Shandong, in an area called Jinan. And this is the song My Motherland.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
《
Okay, this will be the last one in Xi'an, Shaanxi. And this one is a familiar song, but again, this is by a symphony rather than singing. Of course, there is a little bit of singing as well.
No Entombed Warriors.
There will be a little bit of choir coming from my secondary college. Okay, that's it for all the music.
Thank you.
Okay, any
Thank you,
comments?
Albert. That was absolutely fascinating. So,
Yes. Same here.
I
Albert.
noticed that one of the pieces used traditional instruments, but the majority of instruments used were Western instruments.
Yeah. I find it quite interesting as well. Why so many Western instruments? I would suppose they will be better to use a lot of Chinese instrument. Although the music might be the same, but using a different instrument might be even better. But anyway, that is
the traditional instruments used here on the street corner where the individual sits and plays.
Yeah. Hopefully they can change it next year to use more Chinese instrument. I don't.
Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. Because Western instruments have an advantage is it is much louder than most Chinese instruments.
Well, they do put microphones next to the, what do you call the one with the two strings?
Yeah, the erhu. Yeah.
That is the
erhu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you notice
you know that in the Beijing's Olympic last time, there were 1,000 guzheng and then 1,000 pieces of erhu.
Yeah.
And all play the international music down there.
Yeah, of course they can they can use a lot of technology to amplify the sound. Okay, so I don't know what we talk about next week. As usual, I will try to arrange one of my friend to talk about the South China Sea, whether I can arrange next week or the week after that. So if I can arrange it, then we'll probably next week talk about the South China Sea, a little bit of politics, and then
that would be good.
And then probably I want to.
Thank you, Albert.
Okay,
Thanks, Albert.
see you then.
Albert. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Makes us all very cultural there today.
Very good.
A little bit change of pace.
Yeah. See you next week.
Okay, see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.